What's up? Welcome back into Movement Parallels Life. I'm Kellen Mylad, and I've got a great workout for us today. We're hitting 15 movements in 15 minutes. We're going to spend 60 seconds with each movement before going on to the next. If you've been here before, you know this isn't just the traditional push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, but we're going to get a little weird. Things are going to get creative, and of course, I encourage you to make any modifications to these movements so that they work for your body. This is more of an intermediate level practice. I will start out very slowly with each of the movements, showing the beginner progressions, and you can always make things more intense, more complex from there. Let's jump right in on the practice today. Start off on your back, and we're going to begin with roll-ups and bridge reaches. Have your knees bent, soles of the feet flat on the ground. Roll to one side, press up to your forearm, and reach overhead. Drive the movement through your core. You can think of this like a sit-up with some rotation. Along with the overhead reaches, we'll add in bridge reaches. Roll to your shoulder and extend your arm across your body, elongating into the stretch. Keep going for the next 30 seconds, alternating between the roll-ups and bridge reaches. Next up, we've got a rock up into a split kneeling position. We'll build it up piece by piece. Start by rounding your back, bracing your core, and maybe even hugging your knees as you start to rock back and forth. Generate some momentum and rock all the way up and into your side sit position. Now rock up to side sit and then rise up onto your knees into a split kneel. Sit down with control, rock back, and switch sides. Keep it going for 30 more seconds. Next, we've got no hands get-ups from kneeling and half kneeling. Get yourself situated in a low kneeling position. Then tuck your toes, lean your upper body back, pull back through the creases of your hips to come onto the balls of your feet. Rock back and forth a few times, stand up, then reverse the path all the way back down to kneeling. Then step out to a half kneeling position, keep your shoulders back and core braced as you rise to standing. Lower back to the kneeling position with control and then switch sides. Keep alternating between your kneeling and half kneeling get-ups for the next 30 seconds. Let's meet it standing and move on to our next movement, crossover lunges and lateral lunges. Step one leg across your body and sink down into a lunge. Alternate from side to side for a few reps. Next, step out to the side, dropping into a lateral lunge. Try a few reps on each side. With the time remaining, combine the crossover and lateral lunges. Make sure to work both sides. Close your stance to shoulder width and perform about 4 or 5 bodyweight squats. Hold the bottom of your squat, plant your hands to the side, and shuffle laterally. Repeat the series for the next 40 seconds, alternating between your body weight squats and lateral creeping. We made it through the first 5 movements. Let's keep going. Next up, we've got tripod getups. Starting from a wide stance, hinge at the hips and post one hand in front of you. Kick through with the same side leg to transition to a sitting position. Reverse the path to return to standing and then switch sides. Once you have a comfortable baseline with this movement, then I encourage you to play, change the tempo, and add in any variations. Keep working the tripod getups for the next 15 seconds. Meet me on the ground. Next, we've got supine rocking, hip presses, and V-sits. Go back to that same rocking action that we performed earlier. As you rock back onto your shoulders, press your hips upward towards the sky. Keep drawing in your lower abdominals as you rock back, and then extend your hips to pulse upward. In addition to the rocking and the hip presses, you can try to rock up and balance on your hips holding a V-sit. Keep on rocking and working your core for the next 30 seconds. Our next movement is a figure 4 rock up into a half kneeling switch. Let's build it up. Use the same rocking action that we've been working with to rock up onto a figure 4 base. As you rock up, one leg will be partially extended, the other leg will be tucked underneath closer to the body. With some momentum and a pull from the front heel, you'll transition into an open half kneeling position. From there, straighten out your legs and perform a jumping switch to the other half kneeling position. Take your time to build up the movement and create stability every time you change positions. Keep it going for 30 more seconds. Now transition into a crawling position. Next up, we've got alternating kick throughs. Make sure your arms are locked out and knees are hovering low to the ground. Pick up one hand, rotate away from your support arm, and extend your opposite leg across your body. Pivot on your shoulders so when you finish the movement, your chest is open and upright. As you kick through, you can let your heel drop or keep your leg hovering above the ground. Keep working, you've got 10 more seconds on these kick throughs. Kick through one last time and then transition to an inverted crawling position. Next up, we've got inverted bridge reaches. This one requires a great deal of mobility and stability. Let's build it up gradually. Shift your weight to one side, rotate your body to stack your shoulders on top of your support arm, and extend your hips forward into full extension. If your support arm feels strong, stable, and pain-free, begin to push your hips forward and arch slightly into a back bend. Extend your free arm into a backwards reach. Let your eyes follow your hand. Continue on with your alternating bridge reaches for the next 20 seconds. We're moving into the final phase of today's practice. We've got 5 movements left. Next up, we've got backwards rolls. From a sitting position, round your spine and rock back, kicking overhead with your dominant leg. Keep your chin tucked so you can roll over the back of your dominant shoulder, not over the crown of your head. If backwards rolls aren't happening today, it's all good. They take some practice. You can work with rocking or lateral rolls. Otherwise, have fun, get creative, and explore the transitions into and out of the rolls. Keep flowing for the next 30 seconds. Rise to standing. Next up, we've got single leg balancing and lateral swing jumps. While balancing on one leg, hinge at your hips and touch the ground several times. Then step or jump to the other side and repeat. As you begin to dial in your balance, challenge yourself by reaching at different angles and expressing more power through your jumps. Control your jumps so that you can focus on soft landings, absorbing all the impact. Keep it going. We've got 20 seconds left here. All right, let's move on. Next up, we've got a rolling getup into a sprawl. Use your momentum to rock up onto your feet and up to standing. Then lower down, plant your hands, and sprawl back. Press up and jump in to return to standing and repeat. Now, this movement requires a good amount of mobility and coordination. If it's not happening today, you can modify by rocking up onto your figure 4 base. Keep flowing through your version of the get up and sprawl sequence for the next 30 seconds. Now transition into a crawl or a high hip crawl position. Next up, we've got rollovers. Lift one leg and reach it across your body, bringing your hip into full extension. Allow the reach of the leg to pull you through the roll into an inverted position. Lift your hips and reach your free arm across your body to reverse the rollover. This is a pretty common movement in our primal movement practices. If you feel confident with it, go ahead and get creative, work with the variations that you like best, and keep it going for the next 30 seconds. Now we've made it to the final movement in today's practice. Let's finish strong with a bridge variation. Your choice of a hip bridge or a full bridge. Keep the soles of your feet planted on the ground and drive the points of your hips upwards towards the sky. You can add variation with marching or single leg bridge holds. For a more advanced expression of the bridge, plant your hands outside your head, drive your hips upward and press into the ground, extending your arms and pushing your chest forward. Hold or perform push-ups by lowering your shoulders down to touch the ground and then pressing back up into the bridge. Final 10 seconds. That's time. Lower down from your bridge. Our practice today is complete. Take some time to settle down, breathe, and show your body some love. Gently hug your knees or twist from side to side. Thank you so much for coming out to move with me today. I hope you had fun and learned a few new things and can take away a few of these movements to bring new challenges and creativity to your fitness. If you enjoyed this workout, before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, check out the links below, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you again. Take good care of yourself. Come back again soon and we'll do it again. I'll see you in the next video.